All right, buckle up because today we're taking you right into the dazzling, high-octane, and somewhat zany world of MrBeast and his epic challenges. You've seen the jaw-dropping videos, but have you ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes of those mind-blowingly extravagant feats? We're peeling back the curtain on how Jimmy Donaldson, the man behind MrBeast, meticulously plans and executes his larger-than-life challenges. Trust me, it's a wild ride, so let's dive in. First off, we need to talk about the brainstorming process. Imagine a room filled with creative minds fueled by caffeine and adrenaline, throwing ideas around like confetti. Picture this, MrBeast with his iconic cap, Chandler probably doodling on a notepad, and Carl bouncing off the walls with excitement. This think tank is where the magic starts. But it's not just about coming up with crazy ideas, it's about refining them to perfection. Every idea, no matter how bonkers, is dissected, scrutinized, and evaluated. So how does an idea go from a wild thought to a full-blown spectacle? Well, it all starts with Jimmy's vision. He's got this unique knack for turning the impossible into the inevitable. One day, he might decide he wants to fill his backyard with 1 million Orbeez, and just like that, the team is off to the races. They'll start by mapping out the logistics. How many Orbeez does it take to fill a backyard? How many trucks will they need? Are there any environmental concerns? The questions flood in faster than you can say MrBeast. Next up is the planning phase, and boy, is it intense. We're talking spreadsheets so detailed they'd make an accountant weep. Every single step of the challenge is planned to the minutia. What time do the trucks arrive? How do they prevent the neighbors from freaking out when they see a convoy of Orbeez-filled trucks rolling down the street? Who's keeping the dogs from diving into the Orbeez and turning it into a game of fetch gone wrong? These logistical puzzles are solved piece by piece, with every team member throwing in their expertise. But planning isn't just about logistics, it's about ensuring there's a story. MrBeast challenges aren't just about seeing big numbers and crazy stunts. They're narratives, complete with arcs, heroes, and unexpected twists. That part where a contestant suddenly drops out changes the game entirely, or where a last-minute hurdle pops up, it's all meticulously planned. Jimmy knows that an emotional roller coaster keeps viewers glued to their screens. Now let's talk resources, because you can't pull off these spectacles without some serious backing. From sponsors to volunteers, it takes a village to execute a MrBeast challenge. The team reaches out to sponsors who are just as enthusiastic about these wild ideas as Jimmy is. Whether it's a tech company supplying the latest gadgets or a food brand funding the next big feast, collaborations are key. And then there's the volunteer army, those everyday folks and superfans who want to be a part of the action. From setting up to cleaning up, every pair of hands is essential. So we got the ideas, the plans, the resources, what's next? Execution, baby. And this is where it gets even crazier. The day of the challenge is nothing short of a military operation, but with more high fives and way more confetti. Everyone knows their role down to a T. Jimmy's directing traffic, Chandler's ensuring the Orbeez don't spill into the neighbor's pool, and Carl's probably doing a cartwheel somewhere. It's organized chaos at its finest. Before cameras start rolling, there's a final dry run. Every step is rehearsed to make sure nothing goes awry once they're live. Got a giant tub of slime? Better make sure it actually sends people sliding, not sinking. Every gizmo and gadget is tested, every countdown clock synchronized, every angle prepped for the perfect shot. The crew runs through everything, making tweaks and adjustments to any glitches they spot. Then comes filming, which is an all-hands-on-deck event. You have multiple cameras rolling, drones zipping around for those epic aerial shots, and GoPros capturing every minute detail. The energy is electrifying. Jimmy's hyping up the contestants, Chandler's cracking jokes, and everyone's buzzing with anticipation. It's a mix of excitement and tension because despite all their planning, the unexpected can and will happen. But that's the beauty of it, isn't it? The spontaneity brings a raw, authentic feel to each challenge. While filming, the team is always on the lookout for golden moments, the unscripted reactions, the wild surprises, and those heartwarming interactions that make a MrBeast video so much more than just a stunt. Remember that time when a contestant broke down in tears because they won big? Or when Jimmy himself was at a loss for words because of the sheer absurdity of the situation? These moments are pure gold, and capturing them is what makes these videos resonate so deeply with millions of viewers. Another crucial part of filming is safety. Sounds boring? Not in the least when you're dealing with flaming hoops, high-speed chases, or giant tubs of goo. The safety team works around the clock to make sure everyone's briefed on protocols, that all the equipment is up to spec, and that they've got first aid ready to go. The motto? Go big, but stay safe. And yes, sometimes it means tilting those flaming hoops a little to the left to avoid setting anyone's hair on fire. Once the challenge wraps up, the real marathon begins, editing. But before we dive into that cesspool of creativity, there's one last on-set tradition that can't go unmentioned: the celebratory whoop-de-doo. Every successful shoot is capped off with a round of cheers, sometimes followed by spontaneous dance-offs or victory laps around the set. The exhaustion mixed with sheer exhilaration creates a vibe like no other, as everyone basks in the afterglow of what they've just accomplished. Okay, now on to editing, and let's be clear, this isn't just slapping clips together. Oh no, we're talking about a meticulous art form that can make or break a MrBeast video. Imagine spending hours, nay, days in a dark room staring at screens as you cut, snip, and splice together footage into a seamless masterpiece. The editors are the unsung heroes, bringing the narrative full circle, marrying visuals with emotion and ensuring every second counts. It's like sculpting a David out of a rough block of marble, except your tools are mouse clicks and your medium is gigabytes. Every challenge video is an epic, and like any epic, it needs music to match. The editors scour through an endless trove of tracks, from heart-pounding beats to tear-jerking melodies, to underscore the highs and lows of the challenge. Then there are the sound effects, the swooshes, the bowings, the satisfying crunch of a perfect landing. It's a symphony of sounds meticulously chosen to enhance every moment, drawing viewers in and keeping them on the edge of their seats. One of the most exhilarating parts of the editing process is weaving in the magic of CGI. Think you saw a dragon fly by in the background? Maybe you did. The editing team pushes the boundaries of reality and fantasy, creating visual spectacles that are nothing short of wizardry. It's a balance of awe-inspiring effects and keeping the authenticity of the challenge intact. After all, you want your viewers to be astounded, not swamped in disbelief. But it's not just about the effects and the music, it's about tightening the narrative. Every cut, every transition is scrutinized. Does this shot add to the story? Does it evoke the right emotion? If not, it's out. Only the best makes the final cut, and sometimes this means hours of footage being distilled into a 20-minute roller coaster. The end goal? To make every second worth watching, ensuring that by the time the MrBeast logo flashes on screen, viewers have experienced a whirlwind of emotions. And let's not forget the power of the thumbnail. One still image that has to encapsulate the entire epic, piquing curiosity and sparking excitement. This small rectangle holds the power to make or break a video's success. It's a fine art, finding that perfect freeze frame, adding just the right amount of text and color pop, all to make you go, "Dang, I need to see this." Premiering a video is an event in itself. Imagine the anticipation as the countdown begins, live chats buzzing with predictions, and Jimmy himself hopping on streams to engage with fans. When the clock strikes 0, it's showtime. Within seconds, the video is being watched by hundreds of thousands, comments flooding in, reactions flying across social media. It's a digital explosion, and every view, like, and share is a testament to the blood, sweat, and tears that went into making this masterpiece. The post-launch phase involves yet another round of engagement. Jimmy and the team dive into the comments, likes, and shares, responding to fans, acknowledging their favorite moments, and sometimes even teasing what's next. This interaction builds a community, turning viewers into part of the MrBeast family. It's not just about passive consumption, it's about active participation, making every fan feel like they're a part of something epic. Now, let's talk about the aftermath, the ripple effects of a MrBeast challenge. From contestants' lives being changed overnight to fans around the world feeling like they've just been on an adrenaline-packed ride, the impact is enormous. Businesses see upticks in sales due to shout-outs, charities receive floods of donations, and everyday folks who've been part of the spectacle gain new followers and opportunities. It's a burst of positivity that spreads far and wide, leaving a mark long after the cameras stop rolling. If there's one thing that's constant in MrBeast's world, it's innovation. Just when you think you've seen it all, he cooks up something even crazier. The planning never really stops. New ideas are always brewing, new trends being explored, and new milestones being set. It's a relentless pursuit of bigger, better and more spectacular. Jimmy's not just chasing views, he's pushing the boundaries of what's possible on this platform. Planning these epic challenges is akin to orchestrating a major theatrical production, with all the grandeur, all the adrenaline, and all the chaos. It's a testament to what happens when creativity, resources, and effort converge to create something larger than life. And for MrBeast, every successful challenge is just a stepping stone to the next colossal idea waiting to burst forth. So there you have it, the inside scoop on how MrBeast plans his epic challenges. It's a whirlwind of creativity, meticulous planning, and unbridled excitement. Every step, from the spark of an idea to the final cut, is a testament to the passion and dedication of